The pre-Columbian civilizations. The Aztecs. Where was the Aztec Empire located? The Aztec Empire was located in central Mexico. When? The Aztec Empire ruled much of the region from the 1400s until the Spanish arrived in 1519. This painting was painted by Diego Rivera, a Mexican painter of the first half of the 20th century. The capital of the Aztec Empire. The capital city of the Aztec Empire was Tenochtitlan. Aztec king Montezuma. The Aztecs called their ruler, king, the Tlatoani. The empire reached its height under the rule of Tlatoani Montezuma I. In 1519, Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés arrived in Mexico. By 1521, the Spanish had conquered the Aztecs. They built their own city called Mexico City. Aztec society. Much of the Aztec society centered around their religion and gods. Aztec pyramids. The Aztecs built large pyramids as temples to their gods. Aztec art. Art was an important part of Aztec life. They used some forms of art such as music, poetry, and sculpture to honor and praise their gods. Other forms of art, such as jewelry and featherwork, were worn by the Aztec nobility. The sun god. Metaphors. The Aztecs often used metaphors throughout their art. For example, the hummingbird represented the sun god. Flowers represented the beauty of life. The eagle represented the warrior. Metaphors like these were used in their drawings, sculpture, and poetry. Aztec sculpture. The Aztecs carved statues of their gods. Male and female sculptures. A lot of their sculpture had similar features. Female statues were generally shown kneeling with their hands on their knees. Male statues were usually shown sitting down with their knees up. The calendar stone. One of the most famous Aztec sculptures is the calendar stone. It is 12 feet in diameter and weighs around 24 tons. Featherwork. Perhaps the most prized art during the time of the Aztecs was featherwork. Using this art form, artisans wove brightly colored feathers together to make beautiful cloaks and headdresses. Only the nobility and wealthy were allowed to wear featherwork items. Featherwork. Aztec jewelry. The Aztecs also made a variety of jewelry. Jewelry made from precious stones and metals, was generally reserved for the nobility. Comprehension. Answer to the following questions. Where was the Aztec Empire located? Which kind of artworks did Aztecs create? Whom were their pyramids dedicated to? How were male statues usually shown? What did flowers represent in the Aztec culture?